What's up, guys? A short update on the price of Bitcoin. As you can see, we had a nice jump today. Well, depending on where you're located, but pretty much from 63, 64K to 65, 66, almost 66, right? And I would say, of course, that the major component for the rise we had is from S&P 500, right? S&P 500 went up, at least on the pre-market, by 2 point something percent, approaching to the previous all-time high with a prominent gap here, which normally tends to close, although I'm not a big fan of those. But that happened again because of some of the geopolitical aspects, some news from the Middle East, etc. And yeah, that's one of the major reasons what we have here. I would say, though, that it is still a good sign because previously, most of the time so far, while equities went up, Bitcoin kept going down, 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 or at least, it's not symmetrical, right? Yet this time, we could see this new all-time high by S&P 500, but at the same time, Bitcoin may continue going downwards. Yet we see this kind of positive correlation, which is good. We had this ascending triangle here, and it looks like let me be more specific here and show the actual support resistance level, like something like this, right? So basically what happened, and then I would probably make a better job by moving it a little lower. What happened is that we had this resistance first time, second time, the third time, and then approaching it, making multiple tests already within one single session, and then finally broke to the upside, sorry. And then after that, we actually had a small decline, and upon the test from the top, we had this rise. So although you see it's kind of clear that the major driver was from the correlation between S&P 500 and Bitcoin, still this kind of specific levels, this sort of the interactions with them, they are defined by the general rules of technical analysis. Sorry. So yeah, that's a nice rise right there. And what happens now is that I think I mentioned this before, that I would expect two major scenarios. Either we are going to have a probably pretty much established low at 60K, and from here, whatever it goes, it could be complex, but pretty much we are going to the upside, so the low is set. Or from here, we may have a lower low, especially by the candles bodies here, which pretty much means that we'll have the lower low here by the bodies, but we'll see the higher lows by major indicators on the daily time frame. That would lead to, which means it will have the bullish divergence, which often a very strong indication for the price the correction of the price is over. Therefore, it may be the case in our situation as well, and it also would solidify this bottom settlement. Yes, it is still possible. Yet, with the recent rise, which we observed here from 63 to 66, 67, 66, I would say, right? 66. It's not. It's less likely. It's less likely. So I would narrow it down right now, and I would say that the most clean textbook scenario is that if we'll go lower, find support at around 64, and then we'll go up from there, right? That's the best. Yet we may go lower and actually find support little higher than 61, 62, so it will not be the sequence of the lows won't be broken, right? So still have a higher lows. This series will be continuing, and then from there we again will continue to go up. And the less likely scenario is that we'll actually break the previous low, right? Still possible, but even from there, I still would assume that we'll set up something like 56, 55 maybe, and then we'll get the rising trend after that. Those are my most likely scenarios. Of course, you can expect even 30, 40K or in 20K. Everything is possible, but those are much less likely to happen, in my opinion, than those three. Okay, that's pretty much it. I will keep you updated, guys, next week. Let's see how it goes, but things seem to be going in the right direction. So pretty much optimistic in my point of view. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.